to the hottest movie review on the internet today, the A-List Review. I am your host, the Game Changer, Wes Troop. And as you can see, it's time to go back to the theater. And ladies and gentlemen, this weekend is Thanksgiving weekend. There's a couple big releases coming out. Tonight I'm checking out one of the first ones. This is a Disney movie that I loved. Well, the sequel is coming out to it this weekend. Ladies and gentlemen, my review of the 2018 animated sequel, Ralph Breaks the Internet, coming up now. When the controller to the Sugar Rush game breaks, the characters inside the game, including the beloved glitch Vanellope von Schweetz, will be homeless in a few days when their game leaves the arcade. Instead, Vanellope's best friend, Wreck-It Ralph, decides the two of them will venture through the new high-tech Wi-Fi that just came to the arcade and go across the internet to find a control for the game. Ralph and Vanellope find themselves at eBay, but with no way to pay for the controller, they find themselves in some very interesting predicaments trying to make some money before it's too late. So what did I think of Ralph Breaks the Internet? I thought it's an engaging animated sequel. While I loved the first film, and it ended up being one of my favorite movies of 2012, I didn't think this movie was quite on par, but it's still pretty fun. It's almost impossible not to compare this movie to last year's cinematic animated train wreck, The Emoji Movie, as there certainly are some similarities. But this movie is obviously and thankfully superior in all aspects. There's a lot of advertising and product placement thrown everywhere here, but I guess it's almost impossible to not talk about brands like eBay, Amazon, and Google when making a film about the interwebs. There's also a lot of topical things thrown in that I'm not sure will age well with audiences years from now. The animation here is fantastic and certainly pops up on the big screen. The film really dives into the friendship between Ralph and Vanellope, with both ups and downs they go through while on this journey. I was really into the first hour as the characters go on their quest and having to do things like attempt to steal a car out of a dangerous internet game that's kind of like Grand Theft Auto, known as Slaughter Race, where we do get a cool car chase, making videos that will trend to make money where Ralph finds out the pros and cons of the video comment section, and even a look at a PG version of the dark web. Throughout the trip, Vanellope sees a lot of things she loves on the net, while Ralph just wants to go back to the arcade. I didn't laugh as much as I expected to, or remember doing in the first film, but there are some very funny moments here. In fact, I almost found myself crying from laughing so hard at the scenes where the Disney princesses come in, who are definite scene stealers. There's also some good laughs with other characters Disney owns from the Star Wars and Marvel franchises. There was a point where it seems as though the quest had ended, but goes on longer with another storyline that's pretty unexpected. I was a little surprised where the movie goes from there, with huge messages about friendship, and actually gets pretty deep. That being said, I did wish that the climax would have been better, and I wasn't so crazy about the quote-unquote villain. As expected, there are a few emotional moments, and don't be surprised if you tear up a bit. There's also two after-credit scenes, both of which aren't really necessary to stick around for. The voice cast stars John C. Reilly, reprising his role as Wreck-It Ralph, the villain from the Fix-It Felix game who wants to help his best friend get a controller for her game, Sarah Silverman as Vanellope von Schweetz, the racer in the Sugar Rush game who's getting bored of doing the same thing day after day, Gal Gadot as Shank, a cool racer in the Slaughter Race game whose car the players are trying to steal, Taraji P. Henson as Yes, the algorithm who determines what videos are trending on BuzzTube, and Jack McBrayer as Fix-It Felix Jr., the protagonist of the games Ralph's in, who becomes friends with him. While Ralph Breaks the Internet doesn't quite live up to its predecessor, it's still an entertaining and spirited sequel. I'm going to give it the rating of do it. All right, well, that's the show. I'll be back with another review very soon. But until then, don't forget to subscribe right here on YouTube. YouTube.com/WestsideOf515. Like the show on Facebook, Facebook.com/WestTruePlaylist. And of course, you can follow me on the Twitter and the Instagram @WestAlist. Until next time, Troop out.